from the parties in the Bronx that Bambaataa and those guys were playing at in the mid-'70s, they luckily had the foresight to record almost all the gigs.
It was all about tapes back then. And in my neighborhood, tapes used to filter in from all the shows that was thrown up in the Bronx at the Audubon Ballroom and all the Harlem World tapes. That used to filter into Queens, because a lot of people from Queens used to have to travel outside of our borough to go through these shows.
So it was these cassette tapes that were spreading all through the city. People were getting, the word was getting out, and that's how it all began to spread.
Despite hip-hop's fast appeal in predominantly black neighborhoods on New York's fringes, it was given scant attention in the mainstream and was yet to be acknowledged by record companies. But as the 70s came to a close, all that was about to change. A hip-hop mixtape had found its way to the owner of a small independent label in New Jersey. Impressed by its originality, she decided to produce a hip-hop record and began looking for an MC to rap on it. Her search ended during a chance visit to her local pizza shop. Inside, she heard one of the employees rapping to himself while preparing her food.
I was helping make pizza at the shop, and a woman by the name of Sylvia Robinson came into the pizza shop and they asked me, did I want to make a record? Picture this, I'm in a pizza shop, full of dough, flour all over me, and I'm going to audition to make a record. So I go into the back of her son's 98, and they have a cassette in the car, and I'm rapping along with the track. And she really enjoyed it. She said, okay, I'm going to use you on the record. And a week later, we did it. It was done in one take.
The hip hop, the hip to the hip hop, you don't stop the rocker to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat.
Released in 1979, Rapper's Delight would become an enduring dance floor hit. But despite its massive commercial success, the song was greeted with scorn within the hip-hop community. They thought it was too soft.
When Rapper's Delight first came out, every, traditional rapper was fucking mortified. They was like, what the fuck are they doing with our, art form? It's like they axe murdered the shit. So, we didn't think that was creditable.
I got a color TV so I can see the Knicks play basketball. Him and talking my checkbook, cause it costs more money than a sucker could ever spend. But I wouldn't give a sucker.
Another criticism of Rapper's Delight was that whole sections of Big Hank's lyrics bore an uncanny resemblance to rhymes previously performed by Bronx MC Casanova Fly.
I met Hank at a club called A Sparkle in the Bronx. We kind of clicked. And we used to talk about hip-hop and parties and stuff. He sounded like he had a good head. So I'm really not thinking. Okay? So I said, okay, all right, well, cool, whatever.
I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY. You see, I go by the code of the doctor of the mix. And these reasons I'll tell you why.
The CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY. That's my name, spelled out, Casanova Fly. He didn't even change it to say Big Bang Hank, or to say, he just said the rhyme the way it was in the book.
I can understand why he would say that, and I have nothing but love for him. I mean, we used a lot of stuff together. I guess he, because he didn't move to that magnitude, or I couldn't bring him in because it was something that Miss Rob had already formatted. But some of the stuff was done together, and I just transposed it over.
At that time, I had already made a name for myself. People knew me for my rhymes, all right? So people was like, yo, I heard you on the radio. I'm like, yo, that ain't me. Yo, but I heard your rhymes. Yeah, I know. That's not me though. That's Kid Hank. Yo, I know you're getting paid though. Yeah, well, this and that. Yeah. It's fucked me up ever since.
Regardless of its shortcomings, Rapper's Delight exposed hip-hop to the mainstream. Hot on its heels came exposure for another aspect of hip-hop culture: graffiti, or tagging. Like hip-hop music and dance, graph painting evolved in the Bronx and thrived in Queens, Brooklyn and Harlem. But it didn't stay there. The practice of tagging trains transported hip-hop's uncompromising, in-your-face attitude and placed it before an unsuspecting new audience downtown.
The first thing that I noticed coming to New York, I came here in 1978, going to work in Wall Street, of all places, chemical bank, a credit analyst. I would go and get in the subway and about to get on a train, and these trains would go by with these amazing burners, graffiti burners, multicolored, name tags that would take up the whole train. And I would watch them go by and just think, my God, this is amazing. And it was the first tug, the first pull into that subculture was, I would have to say, aerosol art or graffiti art.